Hey guys, welcome back to Earth's Mightiest Nerds, and I know I just made a movie review yesterday, but this is going to be my last video until Sunday. Not this Sunday, because that's today, but next Sunday, because I will be going away to camp for the rest of this week, so there won't be any uploads from me because I'm not allowed to bring my phone, so sorry about that. Anyways, this is a review that I've wanted to do for a while, and I see that now, since I'm going to be leaving tomorrow, or actually today, it's the perfect time to do it. Well, before I tell you what the name of this movie is, I'm going to give you a little bit of context here. And once I say this, you'll know what movie I'm talking about. Toy Story 1 changed the business of animation. Toy Story 2 was one of Pixar's greatest films. Toy Story 3, after looking back on it, wasn't that bad. It had some parts, but it ended on a high note. A sad one for sure, but a high one. And now we come to the latest installment in Pixar's biggest, biggest, most awarded series, as it were. And let's be honest, this is just a cash grab. That's really all it is. And some cash grabs turn out kind of good, like Cars 2, that turned out good. This is Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4 was bad. I'm going to put it out there right now. Go ahead and dislike me, but it was bad. Hear me out. When I first saw the trailer, I was so excited. But after walking out of that theater, I can only find two words to describe it: childhood destroying. Obviously, there will be spoilers here, so if you don't want to get spoiled on this movie, click away. Anyways, so my first problem is with the villain. There are two kinds of villains that I care about the most: Marvel and Disney villains. Disney villains are, especially when you look at ones like Captain Hook, Jafar, Hades, all of those good ones, they're layered, not like ogres, but like Thanos. Or is Thanos related to Shrek? Well, that's a theory for another day. Anyways, they have deep context, they do something, and they know why they want to do it. They have motives, and they always have that chance where you think they're going to win, but then they don't because that's basic film setup. Unless it's Infinity War. Anyways, Pixar villains have been known to be not as good as the regular Disney animation villains. Our first Disney animation villain was the Evil Queen, who has gone on to be one of Disney's most recognizable villains. Pixar's first villain was Sid. Yeah. Sid is the equivalent of the Obadiah Stane of the Pixar universe. He's not good per se, but he's not bad. He's just and he's more remembered as the first one. And then we got the greatest villain in Pixar history, and that is Zurg. And I'll touch more on him in a future video, which I won't want to talk about because that might give spoilers to that video. Anyways, the villain for this movie was Gabby. Now, she is a doll in the antique store where Bo Peep got sent because she got, like, auctioned off or something. I don't even remember. But she's not living with Andy anymore, so that's all that's important. And she wants Woody's voice box because hers is dysfunctional, and so she can impress this little girl or something, I think it was. Yeah, that was it. Now, the one thing I don't understand about this whole voice box thing is that it's like the pull string thing that Woody has. It allows you to talk. Therefore, should you not be able to talk as like a toy, like with your mouth when you're alive? Or how does that work? It's confusing. But the problem is when Woody trades it for Forky, which, as you saw in the trailers, is a spork with googly eyes and tied on like pipe cleaners or whatever they're called by Bonnie, who is their new owner, and she literally cares about this more than Woody. I mean, she doesn't even acknowledge Woody's existence, which is annoying because she promised in the last movie to Andy that she'd take care of Woody, and she doesn't even notice when he. Well, we'll get to that later. Anyways, But the problem is when Woody gives Gabby her voice box, she immediately stops being evil. I mean, that's it. That's all of your motives. She's not evil for the rest of the movie. And you'd think she'd turn evil again when the girl rejects her, but now she's gains crippling depression. I mean, what is up with that? Also, there's a problem where they make Buzz stupid. That's right. They take Buzz Lightyear, who already had this whole acknowledgeable character journey about being a toy and stuff, and he acts stupid with the voice inside your head, and he takes it literally, and he thinks it's like his voice box. And I mean, he just went on a journey. He already had this sort of journey of self-discovery in Toy Story 1. We don't need to do it again. Anyways, so the worst part is when the movie ends. The movie ends with Woody deciding to leave everything, all of his friends behind, and stay with the traveling carnival. And it's just so sad to see him leave Buzz forever, and for kind of stupid reasons. But the worst part is, it's wrong. They spent so long developing the fact that Buzz and Woody are going to be in it together forever. I mean, consider what Andy says in Toy Story 2. You should never tangle with the unstoppable duo of Woody and Buzz Lightyear. That's not a duo anymore. I mean, that friendship is dead. And Pixar killed it. They killed the friendship that started their company. Why? Why? I'm not sure. Maybe it's because the writer went to a bar on the night before he had to finish the script and decided to rewrite the entire thing as trash. I don't know. But I think this is just my stupid criticisms because I am very attached to these characters, and in reality it's not that bad. But let me know what you think. I want to know what you all think out there on the internet. Just let me know in the comments or whatever. I don't know. I'm not very good at this sort of let me know in the comments bit. The one good part of the movie was the plush bunny and duck, which we see in the sort of advertisements, which are ironically named Bunny and Ducky. They were funny. I liked them. And it felt like, other than Buzz and Jessie, all the other toys like Rex and Slinky and Ham, and especially Mr. Potato Head, but that's probably because the actor passed away, may he rest in peace, they didn't seem to really have a part in this movie, which is a little depressing because they're good characters. They have had funny lines and moments and good moments in the last couple movies, but they felt like they were just there to fill in the background in the last one, or this one, which isn't really what those characters are meant to be. Anyways, I give Toy Story 4 ironically, 4 out of 10, no pun intended, because it had a couple good moments, but mostly it was just depressing. And I wouldn't recommend anyone going to see it if you've been very attached to these characters and if you grew up with Woody and Buzz as sort of your friends. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and join the notification league. Like I said, there will not be a new video until at least Sunday. My next movie review, I'm going to tell you outright, is I'm going to do the 2019 Aladdin review, because that's happening. Also, I'm going to be starting a new series called Classic Reviews, where I review some more classic films, like the original trilogy of Star Wars and stuff like that. I want to do a video where I talk about camp, and that's what I might do before the 2019 Aladdin, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'll give it some thought. But anyways, until Sunday, see you later, guys.